Hi, I'm Alan Kelly with Playmaker Systems and a regular contributor on SiriusXM, the POTUS channel number 124. I am the host and creator of a segment and a blog called Plays for the Presidency, and I thought today, even though the situation is rapidly changing, we talk about Donald Trump and how his rivals in the pack of 16 Republican hopefuls are attempting to reposition or deposition the Donald. Here we go. It's based on a post we put up just this week. As in any competition, Donald Trump's sudden success has required time for competitors to study and solve. Wrathful rants about the former POW and sitting Senator John McCain are said to be his Waterloo, but notice that the Donald has used the friction to strengthen his "you can't handle the truth" brand. The standard table of influence, shown here, reveals counterplays that Trump opponents are finally making, some to freeze, some to taunt, and others to leverage his curious insurgency. I'm a big fan of Donald Trump's. That's what Ted Cruz brags. I think Donald Trump is bringing a bold, brash voice to this presidential race, and I, for one, am grateful that Donald Trump is highlighting immigration issues. Ever the debater, the junior senator from Texas was first to figure that Trump's energy is better to tap than sap. His play here is a bear hug, a freezing strategy that Cruz hopes will inoculate him against Trump's vitriol, particularly in the debates. That Cruz has only finessed the McCain insult is probably proof of his strategy to buddy up with the Donald. Next up is Rick Perry. What Mr. Trump is offering is not conservatism, it's Trumpism, a toxic mix of demagoguery and nonsense. The former Texas governor's plays are twofold. The first of the framing sort, a label, that morphs his opponent's agenda into a meme, Trumpism. Unless the Donald equates it with red, white, and blue capitalism, and he might, Perry's hope is that the ism is taken as something more sinister, like socialism. His second play is the bait, because accusations of demagoguery and nonsense demand response. Trump might have risen to it, say with a bear hug to claim his Trumpness, but there hasn't been time. Feeling his oats, Perry has jumped to McCain's defense with another dare that Trump simply withdraw. The savviest calculation of, Trumpism has been Carly Fiorina, who has smoothly said of the billionaire's boasts, quote, "He taps into an anger that I hear every day." And then she's pivoted very nicely to her script. She says, people are angry that a common sense thing like securing the border or ending sanctuary cities is something considered extreme. It's not extreme. It's common sense. For my money, Fiorina's principal strategy here is what they call in NASCAR or bicycle racing, the draft. It's where she will attempt to follow Trump, feed off his energy, and then hope to pass him. Others, desperate to make the debate cut, have taken their shots. Take, for example, Chris Christie, who has issued clipped call-outs saying that Trump's comments on Mexicans and McCain are inappropriate. Lindsey Graham from South Carolina has offered memorable wrecking ball and "you're fired" sound bites, both of them labels. Marco Rubio from Florida has only skirmished. He's copied another Rick Perry verdict that Trump is not fit for high office. In this case, his play is a crowd, the Me Too of influence strategies. So what about Jeb Bush, Trump's apparent punching bag? To date, Bush's reflections on Trump have been more obligatory than strategic, and so we wait for the debates. Will he run diverting plays to ward off Trump's total disaster barbs or preempt his attacker? Mainstream Republicans are bound to worry because Bush shows no facility for clever quips, and any attempts to sidestep Trump's word bombs are sure to cast Jeb as a weakling. There are two plays Bush will consider. First, the mirror. Think of this play as the nice guy's call-out, the influence strategy that uses facts and figures to freeze a player's position. It's especially useful against posers, which Bush surely thinks Trump to be, because it pits evidence against hyperbole to set a tone of reason and reasonableness, qualities that Bush is keen to convey. So using the mirror, Bush will open his opposition research files and he'll start firing. You supported Hillary. In what year? For how much? Why? When? You've gone bankrupt 4 times. How? Why? When? There'll be more as opposition machines come to life. Bush then, second, will run another play called the screen. This is the play that connects a player to issues, events, ideas, and symbols. He'll focus on governing as the core competency of a president. He'll defend it as honorable practice, not beltway abuse. and he'll cite chapter and verse in English and in Spanish his work in service to millions of citizens, as opposed to in service of billions of dollars. These and other plays might work, but their success will be determined more by Trump and how or whether he chooses to counter them. Look for Cruz to be left alone and for more attacks by an energized Rick Perry. Watch for Carly Fiorina to strategically shadow Trump and for Bush to rise above him or try. The strategies of influence are never more apparent and entertaining than in contests for high places and prizes like the White House. Thanks for joining me for Plays for the Presidency. I'll see you soon.